Today we'll talk about our top picks for Clacky Switches. Kicking things off are the most unique Clacky Switches, the Gateron Luciolas. They feature Gateron's renowned proprietary ink housings, the same ones found on options like the famous ink blacks. But these Luciolas feature lime green housings, and the reason they're this color is that they feature a finish that lets them glow in the dark. Once they're exposed to daylight, they glow, just as you see here. In terms of type feel, when you're near the bottom you feel a little more resistance, which is due to the lengthy double-stage springs, so it feels super responsive and bouncy, something I'm a big fan of. The sound profile is almost hollow. To me, it sounds like a can of spray paint being shaken. So not only are these Luciolas visually unique, but sonically as well. Take a listen for yourself. My budget Clacky picks are the Aqua Matcha Green Pro Linears and the Lavender Purple Pro Tactiles. These have a bright sound signature and they feel great too. The Matcha Green Pros are on the heftier side with a 63-gram bottom out, making them heavier than around 57% of switches. On the other hand, the Lavender Purple Pros are lighter than around 70% of switches. Both come in at just 22 cents per switch, exclusively at Milktooth. Usually, you're limited to buying these in packs of 45, but at Milktooth, you can buy them in packs of 10. This flexibility lets you purchase exactly the amount you need. Now, here's the sound test. Holy Pandas have been called the holy grail of tactile switches, known for their high-pitched clackiness and round, prominent tactile bump that starts right at the top of the key press. Basically, they feel like flicking a stiff light switch, especially since the Holy Panda switches feature a heavier bottom out than 74% of switches in our selection. Inver has done an impressive job with the factory lube, making them ready to use right out the box. In terms of sound, they produce a resonant clacky sound on the bottom out. While they do come at a premium price point of around 70 cents per switch, for those who prioritize a hyper-tactile feel and a crisp, clacky sound profile, Holy Pandas are worth the investment. Plus, get the best deal for them exclusively at Milktooth, where you save 40% on Holy Pandas and get free shipping on orders over $49. Here's the sound test. When it comes to Clacky switches, two names stand out from the rest: the Gateron Baby Raccoon Linears and Baby Kangaroo Tactiles. These switches have quickly become modern classics. First up, let's talk about the feel. Gateron has really nailed it with these switches, delivering an incredibly smooth keystroke. One thing to keep in mind, these switches are on the heftier side, but as a heavier typist, I find them super satisfying. The extended springs in these switches gives them an extra bouncy feel as well. But the real star of the show here is the sound. Both the Baby Kangaroos and Raccoons produce a bright, marbly clack that's super resonant. Take a listen for yourself. But for my best overall Clacky pick, I'm going with the HMX Shanghais. The Shanghai switches have taken the mechanical keyboard community by storm, and for good reason. Lighter switches have been gaining popularity recently, so these Shanghais offer a perfect alternative to the heavier classics like the Gateron Baby Kangaroos and Raccoons we just talked about. It's worth talking about the manufacturer of these switches for one moment, HMX. HMX arguably does the best factory lubing of any manufacturer right now, and they've absolutely nailed it with the Shanghais, making these switches feel incredible right out the box. When it comes to typing feel, the Shanghais are bouncy and snappy, with a condensed travel distance of just 3.4mm. And if you're a lighter typist, you'll love that with an actuation force of just 37 grams. The Shanghais are lighter than 98% of the switches out there. But don't worry if you're a heavier typist, HMX has got you covered with two-weight variants. The light version is perfect for those who like a feather-light touch, while the heavier variant, with its 62.5 gram bottom-out force, provides a more substantial feel without being overbearing. Now let's talk about the sound. The Shanghais have a distinct high-pitched clack that really sets them apart. These are some of the brightest switches I've used, and they're pretty loud too, especially when paired with a stiffer plate like aluminum. I'm not the only one seeing the praises of the Shanghais. When customers get their hands on switch samplers that include the Shanghais alongside other popular options, they overwhelmingly choose the Shanghais as their favorite. After experiencing them myself, I totally get it. Now let's hear how these switches sound. Now here are back-to-back sound tests. If you want to learn more about the Shanghais, make sure to watch this video here. For now, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.